Alrighty folks, welcome to the Ironman series if you're new, and welcome back if you've been here before. This is episode 6 already, which is kind of crazy to think about. If you're not caught up, make sure you go watch all the previous episodes, but today's episode will be particularly exciting. We make a ton of progress like we always do, and at the end of the video, we get to make a new friend, and we get a sweet outfit, which, you know, fashionscape and all that. So, if you're excited about that, make sure you stick around to the end of the video, and why don't you go ahead and give it a thumbs up too. You know what? I think that's all I had to say, so let's go ahead and play some RuneScape. Alright, so if you remember back to the end of last episode, we did a couple of the early game combat quests, and I want to continue that theme in this episode, starting with the fight arena. This quest isn't too bad, especially because you can just kind of not do the final battle. But has anybody done this quest recently and noticed that the guards in the jail are constantly aggressive, even if you're wearing their uniform? I don't think it's supposed to be like that. I don't remember it that way. And actually, it was really annoying because they kept cutting off dialogue when they would attack me and stuff. I don't know, maybe I'm just bad at the game. I've also never noticed how ridiculous Mr. Serval looks in that top hat. Like, it doesn't even sit on his head, and you can see through it. Ridiculous. But there we have it, fight arena complete. We did get 8 total levels out of this, from 36 to 40 attack, and from 17 to 21 thieving. So that's really nice, a lot of gains there. It is time to get away from this super weird family and continue on with the combat quests. But first, remember at the end of last episode when we planted our first ever herb seeds? Well, good news, they didn't die. So there we go, our first ever grimy herbs collected via farming on the Ironman. What a great day. And there's level 21 farming too. Man, we are killing it today. Sometimes I feel like this game is a metaphor for how we all live our lives. Sorry to make you guys think like that, but anyway, we just completed Merlin's Crystal, which gives 6 quest points, which, holy cow, that's a lot. I don't think any quest in the game gives more than that, unless you count Recipe for Disaster as one quest, but I know I certainly don't. Anyway, it also gives us the ability to complete the Holy Grail. This will be the last combat quest that we do for now, but man, was it a good one to get done. It got us from level 30 to 37 defense, which is a huge jump, and from level 29 to level 35 prayer, which is an absolute godsend. No pun intended. You know, for as few inhabitants as the world of RuneScape seems to have, there are an awful lot of kings around. Anyway, we just completed Biohazard. It got us 2 thieving levels to level 23. And it's always nice to get a little further through the Elf quest series anyway. They're kind of important, and arguably the most important, you know, Elf City and all that. We'll get there one day. We sure will. You know, I forget exactly why I wanted to do this, but I decided to go to the museum in Barak and turn in some quests for kudos. And I got 2 reward lamps out of it. The first one I put into magic. It got us 1 magic level, which... always nice to have. You know, the goal for now is 55 for high alchs for money. The other lamp, though, I put that into Hunter, and that got us from level 19 to level 22, which is actually a fairly large jump, and got us to total level 730. So that feels pretty nice. After that, though, it was time for Jungle Potion, which was great. It gave us an herb lore level, which I am always grateful for. And also, Jungle Potion is a prereq for basically everything else in Karamja. It unlocks a lot of quests, and it's a requirement for the area achievements. So I'm definitely glad to have that one under our belt. Next up was the Knight's Sword quest. I know a lot of people do this very, very early on an account because it skips the first 28 levels of smithing. But even going into it at level 43, we still got 2 levels out of it, so still totally worthwhile even though we're a little later into the account. And it's a prereq for one of the medium Falador tasks anyway, so it was time to get it done. Okay, so I might have lied to you guys earlier I did do one more quest that kind of falls into that early game combat XP category, and it's the Witch's House. It got us 4 constitution levels, 29 to 33, and potentially more importantly, it brought us up to 101 quest points. Gives 4, which is great. And you know what that means? It means that it's time to roll May's die. This time, to go along with our 250k, which, by the way, got us over the 1 mil milestone for the first time on the account, we got a pair of black plate legs Heraldic 1. That's our 3rd pair of trimmed black equipment, which is pretty cool, honestly. After that, it was time for a fire making daily. We had pretty low fire making to start with and a lot of oak logs to burn. So just doing the daily got us 5 levels from 27 to 32, and then we got an additional 2 all the way to 34 for turning in the challenge. After that, I decided to do Gunner's Ground. Now this is the quest that came in to replace Romeo and Juliet, and to be honest, I don't think I like it as much. It's a little bit more original, I guess, but it's really not. It's just kind of the same story. Anyway, it gives 5 quest points and a 300 XP in crafting, as well as an antique lamp. I decided to put that into summoning, just because it was only worth 200 XP, and I really kind of wanted to get a level out of it. So, yeah. I'll be honest with you guys, at this point in the day, I was a little quested out. Good news though, there's always other stuff to do in RuneScape, right? I think I mentioned at the end of last episode, but we were going into a new month. So that means it's time for God statues. This round got us from level 35 to 37 prayer, which unlocked protect from magic, which is amazing. And we also got from level 19 to level 26 construction, which is so many free XPs, guys. And then it was time for the other big monthly, Troll Invasion. During the invasion itself, we got 1 defense level, level 38, and then we spent the book on Herblore, of course, which got us 5 levels from 22 all the way to 27. That is incredible good, guys. Also, I know you guys didn't think you were going to get a whole video without a round of daily challenges in it, right? Good, I didn't think so. The first one, a farming daily, got us a whole level from 29 to 30, so that's a nice little milestone there. And don't worry guys, like I said, there's a whole round of them, but first I did decide to go ahead and make all of the seaweed that I had in the bank into vials via glass blowing. And I'm happy that we did. We got 6 crafting levels out of it, from level 32 to 38. So I guess I had a pretty good stockpile of them. This will be our primary crafting method, like all the way through crafting. Pretty soon we're going to get into glass orbs, which will be battle staves, which will be a ton of money. So I'm super excited about that. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, the next daily I had on the list was one for ZMI altar, but I remember that the creatures there can be kind of challenging and I'd rather not die. So I decided to go ahead and pick up a set of bat wing. It's been a while since we upgraded our armor, so it was time, and it should prevent us from dying, which would be nice. And with our new robes equipped, we were easily able to knock out that daily challenge. Doing the challenge got us to level 40 rune crafting, and then turning it in got us to level 42, which is pretty cool. Traditionally speaking, I really don't like training rune crafting, although on the Ironman, I really don't mind it so far. It's kind of the best way to get runes, so there's that. I mean, the rune span is still incredibly boring, so I probably won't be doing too much of that. Although, I don't know, I might, because you get those runic staves or whatever. I don't know, we'll have to look into it once we get there, but hopefully we're pretty far away from that. I really dislike RuneSpan. And then, funny enough, when I logged back on later that evening, I had another rune crafting daily to do. This time for some chaos runes. So between doing it and turning it in, we got to level 45 rune crafting, so we got a lot of rune crafting gains this day. And more importantly, level 44 is the level for nature runes. Can anybody say free alks? One thing that I haven't really shown you guys is that whenever I'm low on guams to do my daily divine herb patch, I come down and kill one inventory of chaos druids, and this time I happen to get a couple levels, one of them being level 40 defense. So that's a pretty cool little milestone, I think. So somebody in my clan chat posted about this penguin, and then I realized that I hadn't unlocked the ability to do penguins yet. So I rushed and I went and did that. Penguins is a super important thing to have unlocked for Ironman. You just kind of see them floating around from time to time, and it's a lot of free XP that you get for basically nothing. For example, this one penguin got us a free herblore level. So yeah, glad to have that unlocked. Alright, and I think we'll do one more quest to end out this video. But don't think I was lying to you guys in the intro. Look at this super sweet outfit we got. The purple plaid? You guys can't beat it if you tried. And our new friend? None other than Homunculus, of course. I mean, we did kind of save him after all. If you guys haven't done Tower of Life, or if you did but you didn't really read it, I'm gonna need you to go back and do it. Wow, this is a pretty deep quest. Like, sure, that can be said about a lot of the quests. They have pretty, like, engaging dialogue and all that, but this one was kind of next level for me. I don't know. Maybe I was just feeling emotional that day. It beats me, I don't know. But a really good quest. Definitely cool. But yeah, we finished up the Tower of Life. It gave us a thieving and a construction level, plus a little bit of crafting XP too. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave me a like, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. But most importantly, remember to have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in the next one, yeah?